So I want to welcome everyone to our sale preview video this morning. We've got a bit of a different kind of a day in Alberta. There's lots of hoarfrost around, but the old timers would tell you that 6 months from now it's going to rain, and I'll sure take that. We got great snow cover this winter, and the cattle business is on a roll. So this year we're going to do it a little different. We're going to get right into looking at the bulls really quick. Because of the morning, we're going to use a little bit of informational stuff from some of our other videos, so you'll see a little difference in the backdrop a time or two, but we're going to talk about our various programs as we go through these bulls and try to get through them a little quicker this morning. So our sale theme this year is here in the real world, and I tell people that's where we've lived for 50 years. We've produced over 15,000 bulls for Canada's commercial cattlemen. Our program's pretty simple. Our cattle walk what we talk. And here it's important to remember that every bull we sell has got the Mac brand on the left rib. And what that means is he's born, bred, and developed here at the ranch, and we're proud to put our brand on all of them. This year our sale features our 400 fresh virgin 2-year-olds, 70 Red Angus, 65 Super Baldies, 75 Black Super Baldies, 70 Black Angus, 45 Herefords and H2s, 40 Super Guppies, 50 Charolais, and new this year a handful of our new C2s. Okay, we're going to get right into it this morning and look at our first pen of Red Angus summer 2-year-old bulls. We've got quite a morning going for us in Alberta. We've had a lot of snow in the last little while, so these bulls are walking in about a foot of crusted snow, so they're not moving quite as freely as they normally do, but you'll still be able to have a really good look at them. Our Red Angus are, one of the breeds we've been at the longest. We were, of course, one of the pioneer breeders in this country in the 60s when Red Angus cattle were not even a thing in Canada. So the marvelous growth of the breed is something we're all real proud of. You can see as these bulls move around, these are May-June 2-year-old bulls. They've got a tremendous amount of thickness and girth and depth of body to them. And yet all these bulls, the majority of the birth weights are in the 70s and 80s, so they're true convenience cattle. They've got the performance and the thickness that we all need. Lots and lots of bulls in these pens we're going to look at, and we're going to look at 3 pens of these bulls this morning. Lots and lots of these bulls have birth weights in the 70s, even some in the 60s. Perfect for your heifers, and I think we will see a lot of heifers getting bred in Canada this year in response to the great bred female prices we saw last fall. So we'll try and swing these bulls around a little bit. As I say, it is a little harder to show them to you this morning because of the conditions we're dealing with, but that's Western Canada, and that's what we deal with. So we'll just let these bulls kind of slow up and stand here and let you admire the thickness and the depth and the hair coat. And we're going to go by here and out, and that is pen 1, Red Angus Summer 2s. Just admire the thickness and the girthiness and the depth of these bulls as they leave here this morning. So it's a far cry from a month or so ago shooting our heifer video in our shirt sleeves. So here is pen 2, Red Angus Summer 2s. We'll just wait till they get in here and maybe slow up, and we'll try have a little better look at them. As I say in our advertising in the Red Angus, we have stared birth weight in the eye and backed it down. And certainly when we started in this business, if you would have told me that we could breed bulls with this much guts and middle and performance and gain coming from cattle with so little birth weight, I wouldn't have thought it was possible. But we've accomplished it. These birth weights are very, very moderate. These are great crossbreeding bulls. The Red Angus influence is so important in our industry. I mean, they cross with everything. Cross with Charolais, make great Simmental cross replacement females. So we'll try to move these bulls around as much as we can. Again, they're walking in about a foot of crusted snow, which is making it difficult for them to move freely this morning, but we'll kind of let them come off the bed pack here and just admire the thickness and girthiness of these bulls. You know, we sell all 2-year-old bulls. So these bulls are, these bulls are May, June born 2-year-olds. We sell absolutely no bulls as yearlings. So you're looking at the whole bull crop in all 400 of these bulls. This is what our program is. So that's Pen 2, Red Angus Summer 2s. We're going to show you one more pen of these Red Angus bulls, and then we'll move on into some of our hybrid bulls. So here's Pen 3. This is kind of maybe the older pen, and where some of the cow bulls and the bulls with tons of performance are in this pen. If they slow up, we'll get a good look at them here. Again, you know, most of the sires represented, a lot of them produced right here on the ranch. These bulls are out of a lot of very young cows for the most part. We use our cows on the purebred side as they're young, and as they get older, we'll move some of those cows into hybrid production. So we'll try and get these guys slowed up and turned around, and just again let you admire the depth and thickness in these bulls. You know, you need to consider that they're not old 2-year-olds. I mean, these are not February, March 2-year-olds. These are May, June born 2-year-olds who spent their first winter in a backgrounding lot, their second summer on grass, and then came to our bull lots, you know, late October, and have really only been on feed since late October. And they've been on our bull development rations. So again, we got a foggy, snowy morning to show you them, so just gonna let them move off the bed pack. Love the hair coat and the thickness in these bulls. They're just real cowmen's cattle. You know, there's no purebred fluff here. Our bulls are uniform, bull after bull after bull. They all got the same stamp. They all look the same. And, you know, very, very hard to pick out only 1 or 2 bulls that you like. You know, you feel like you like the whole pen. Again, big, girthy, big-bodied bulls. You can see them through the fog and the breath here. These bulls actually get a little tired walking through this snow. They've come a long way up the run alley to get here, and so that's Pen 3 Red Angus Summer 2s. Just want to give a little shout out to all our American customers. In the last number of years, we've sold bulls into 8 or 10 states. We certainly look after everything. We'll get them all tested. These bulls are all guaranteed exportable. We'll organize all the transport, so you don't have to worry about that. These bulls, this type of bull probably aren't available in lots of parts of the U.S. where you come from, bulls with this much body and girth and thickness. So we certainly welcome your interest, and just call me anytime, and we can certainly talk about bulls. Okay, I want to visit with you for a minute about our popular Sight Unseen program. We've done this for years. We will sell 30 to 40% of our bulls to satisfied customers across Canada. We start out by visiting with you, discussing your requirements, and you and I will talk through bull choices. Once you've had a chance to look at the catalog, the photos, and the DVD together, we will make a short list of bulls that we would consider for your order within your budget. Sale time comes, we sell our bulls from the best bulls to the lesser bulls within each breed. So we're always trying to buy the best bull we can for our customer. If we miss on the first choice, we'll move to the second, and so on. But we will absolutely never bid on or buy a bull that you and I haven't carefully pre-selected as being suitable. Now, the important part of this program is after the sale, when we deliver the bull, you have to be completely satisfied when you see him at your location on your ranch, and that's when you pay for him. As I said, we will absolutely never exceed your budget. In most cases, we will deliver bulls under budget. Most important, we don't want you to pay for the bull until you have actually seen him yourself and you're satisfied. And as we're putting together all these lists of pre-selected bulls for your order, we can shoot you individual pictures of certain bulls. We can do whatever it takes to tune your order to the right bulls for your ranch. Now we're going to take a minute and take a good look at some of our great hybrid bulls. We in fact devote 500 cows on the ranch to the production of our hybrid bulls. We are one of the biggest seed stock producers in the country. We do register probably more cattle than most through all our breeds, but we are darn sure the biggest hybrid bull producer in the country. Our hybrid bulls have been an industry success story over 25 years. We take this very seriously. We invest substantial amounts of money in the herd sires. They're purebred on both sides. We move good cows from the purebred side to the hybrid production side. If you're going to make a good hybrid, you got to use good genetics on both sides. You can find some hybrid bulls around the country, but they're the byproduct of some purebred breeder's heifer program or just some cows he doesn't want to breed purebred. Here we devote good cows to making good hybrid bulls for our customers, and it shows. Okay, now we're going to get a chance to look at our big red Super Baldie bulls. As I tell people, these are an industry success story at 25 plus years producing these great bulls. Just admire the beef making qualities as these big guys come in here. Again, they're May-June born bulls, come out of our purebred Red Angus cows, and the best Gelbvieh Simmental bulls money can buy, and sometimes it takes a lot of money to buy them, but we'll move these bulls around and let you have a look at them. They have just been so popular with our customers over all these years, partly because they make things so simple. They can take these bulls, go down the road, keep their Red Angus Simmental cross in their cows. The bull calves got lots of performance and power and will bring lots of money when they sell them. The females they make will be the envy of your neighbors, just powerful, good Red Angus semi-cross females. You don't have to run two breeds to do it. It just makes for most folks a real simple, practical approach. These bulls, they've got meat and muscle and hair coat. The birth weights are moderate. The day these bulls are born, you cannot tell them from an Angus calf. But when they're, got 3 weeks or a month on them, you'll start to see the thickness and the muscle over the top and all those things that help get them sold as weaned calves. The great thing about them is, they simplify the management. The calving is easy. The birth weights are in the 80s and low 90s. They have all the Angus vigor the day they're born. It's not like a big Simmental calf that doesn't want to get up. These guys are just real, true cowmen's cattle. So we'll swing them around here and send the first pen out. That's pen 1, red Super Baldies, and look at the girth and middle in that bull walking out. Here's pen 2, red Super Baldie bulls. Again, these bulls are some of the first bulls in here. They're breaking trail for the rest of them. And the snow is deep, so it's going to take us a minute to get them sorted out here. But gotta love the beefiness and the thickness of those bulls. And, May-June born 2-year-olds, not picked over. Boy, not a single bull sold before now. Lots of hair coat, lots of meat and muscle. Maternal side is just rock solid. We use, our good red cows back and forth to produce these bulls and our purebred bulls and our Gelbvieh bulls. So, We're serious about this. You know, over 500 cows in the program produce hybrid bulls here, and it's a serious part of what we do. You can't go anywhere else in this country and find this kind of volume, consistency, and uniformity in a set of hybrid bulls. It's like we say in our catalog this year, the real Super Baldies have the Mac brand on the left rib. We're gonna let these guys break trail around the north side of the pen here and let you have as good a look at them as you can. You know, thickness and depth and hair and girthiness, and loaded with maternal traits, and still loaded with enough pay, weight, and power to bring you lots of money when you sell the calves. Just gonna let them walk by you here, so there, we'll stop them and let you have a look at some of these. Again, the color pattern, you know, a lot of strip-faced bulls, a lot of star-faced bulls, a lot of solid red bulls. You will get a lot of red star-faced calves out of almost all these bulls. Doesn't matter really. We'd all like them to look like this bull with the big strip on his face. That's the money stripe. Obviously brings us a little more money, brings you a little more money when you sell the replacement heifers or your calves. But the truth is, you'll get a lot of white faces using even the solid red bulls. So that is Pen 2 Red Super Baldie bulls. Many of these great hybrid bulls will sell through our Sight Unseen program. It's described elsewhere in our video and in all our printed sale materials. It works exceptionally well. We'll sell 40 to 45% of the bulls Sight Unseen. So these great bulls are available to you. It doesn't matter where you live in the country. Okay, I want to take a minute just to tell you a little bit about how we manage our cow herd here at m.c.quantock. We maintain a big cow herd, about 1,000 mature cows, and we manage them just like you would manage a big commercial herd to minimize our time and our cost. Our cows all calve on grass in May and June. We have one man calving a group of about 200 cows. He comes once a day. He rides them or drives them. He tags and weighs all the calves, and then he goes, and he doesn't come back for another 24 hours. So it's like I've always told people that calving is what our cows do. It's not what we do. These cows at this time are not fed, and this is in May and June. We manage so that we have stockpiled grass in May and June for those cows to go to, and they rustle during this time frame. We do not feed them during calving. We get to late June, we start to sort and pair out all these cattle into our breeding fields. We sort and pair out on horseback. Gives you the best look at every cow, feet, udder, legs, how good a job is she doing with her calf. Almost all those cows will go on a liner going somewhere. Our pastures are spread over 150 miles with us in the middle, so just about every cow gets on a cattle liner going somewhere. I joke with people that we're road ranchers. You show our old cows a chute and they're going to load themselves because they think they're going to better grass. So once they're in the breeding fields, on August the 1st, we turn the bulls out. We use all natural service, some of it multi-sire and DNA evaluated now. We breed for 60 days. Bulls come up the 1st of October. Cows will stay out on grass as long as they can. From late October through mid-November, we'll wean all those little calves, and they're pretty young, but that's what works for our management system. We'll wean them group by group, trying to leave the cows behind, bring the calves home and wean them. Then as those cows come home in the fall, some will make a short stop at the ranch for weaning. Others are already weaned and they go to standing corn, and they spend the winter on standing corn managed in groups of 200 cows per quarter section. Our goal is 200 cow days per acre, and that affords a very cheap way to winter these cows. Then as we get closer to springtime, these cows are pulled up. sorted into breed groups and moved to our calving fields, and the whole process starts over. So corn to grass, grass to corn. Try not to haul any feed, don't haul any manure. We just try to keep it as simple as we possibly can. I read once that as soon as you put a diesel fuel or machinery between a cow's mouth and what she's going to eat, it does nothing but cost you money, and I really think that's true. So we run a big cow herd. It's seed stock cows. Every cow's a registered purebred, but it's a whole lot different than what most people think of as a purebred operation. These cows are raised very commercial oriented to bring you bulls that are the same way, that are going to go out and they're not pampered. There's no purebred fluff. These bulls are going to just go out and do the job. Okay, here's our first pen of black Super Baldie bulls as we look at more of these good hybrid bulls. Again, same as the red side, these bulls produced here on the ranch, they're out of our purebred Black Angus cows and sired by the best Gelbvieh Simmental bulls, or in this case we also use some homozygous black strip face homopolled black semi bulls. So we're going to walk these bulls around a little bit and let you try and have a look at them. Again, you know, admire the thickness and the girthiness, and you know, we've really tried to make this Black Baldie program work. The bulls are all non-diluters, so you know, no blacks or smokies should pop up here. Again, these bulls are total convenience bulls, birth weights in the 80s and 90s, so you're capturing the Simmental vigor and power without any of the drawbacks. Just a simplistic approach to put Black Baldies into your program. You know, the black calves that bring the most money every fall are the black calves that just have a little bit more snap and muscle and hair to them, and that's where these bulls come in. They'll do a great job, and they'll keep it simple and keep it convenient. And so again, a lot of good black strip face bulls here, some solid black bulls and some black star face bulls. They'll all sire cattle that, you know, got some white on them on the face, but just let them come by us here and out. That's the first pen of Black Baldie summer 2-year-olds. Powerful, solid black bull here. Power and meat and muscle and body depth as he walks out there. So here's pen 2, black Super Baldie bulls. Few more bulls, gonna run a few more bulls in this group. We've actually got just about 80 of these bulls to sell, so certainly they were very popular last year, and we think we got a great set of bulls for you this year as well. They're gonna have some fun here with the bales, but it's like a field trip for these bulls. They spend all their time in a pen at this time of year, and so when they get out, just like boys, they like to have a little fun. So we're gonna try and slow them up and let them come around here. You know, these are great crossbreeding machines. You know, we used to sell some yearling bulls. We don't anymore. These bulls, again, all produced here. They all got the Mac on the left rib. They're just powerful bulls, sired by really, really strong Simmental bulls, and out of some of our very best black cows. We'll try and show them to you as best we can, although we are dealing with deep snow, and where we put the straw over the snow, it's awkward for them to walk, so they're not walking as freely as they normally would. But I think you can still have a pretty good look at them, and we'll try and separate them here as they come off the pack a little for you. And again, it's kind of a cold and miserable morning here in Alberta, so you can see the breath, and a little cold for the bulls and a little cold for the cowboys. We're going to walk them slowly by us here. So there's our second pen of black super Baldie bulls. I want to take a minute and just explain why our sale is not online. First of all, logistically, we've got to sell 400 bulls in one afternoon. Our auction staff will tell us that if we put this sale online, it'll take us another couple hours to get those bulls sold because they will constantly be always waiting a little bit for the internet. So that's a logistical problem. The second thing is we have bought cattle online and we have bought herd bulls online, and it is very, very difficult to evaluate all the little things that you need to evaluate when you're buying bulls online. We prefer to get involved with our customer, spend the time talking to them. I'll spend lots of time with each customer going through bull choices till I get a really good feel for what they're looking for. And then between the two of us, we make a short list of the bulls that they're interested in, and we buy them on our Sight Unseen program. And over time, we found that has led to more satisfied customers. Online is great. It certainly opens it up to a lot of people, but in our situation, it's just very, very difficult to accomplish. So here's our Black Angus purebred bulls. We're going to look at 2 pens of these bulls. These are May, June born 2-year-olds again. Our black summer 2s. We'll try to let them come in here, and they're working hard to walk in all this snow this morning, so they don't walk quite as freely as they normally would, but we want to be able to show you them as best we can. You can see the body depth and the thickness and the beefiness and the tremendous uniformity. You saw it in the bulls we ran already for you this morning, and you can see it in these bulls. Boy, it's hard to find just one bull you like, and that's the whole nature of our program. They've all got that shot from a gun uniformity, bull after bull after bull. So it's not a place where you only find 1 or 2 good ones. You find lots and lots of really solid bulls. We'll move these guys around and just admire how girthy and thick and broad-topped these bulls are for young 2-year-old bulls. Certainly just the perfect age to go out and do a really good job. You'll buy these bulls for no more than you will buy yearling bulls in the spring, and these bulls will breed 25% more cows. So they are just really, really good value when you compare them to yearling bulls. They've been developed slowly, so we're never having to feed these bulls hard to get them big like you have to do with these purebred guys have to do with yearling bulls. They're background of the first winter, they go to grass the second summer, they come to our bull lot in October, and they just chug along and end up looking this good by this time of year. So we'll let these bulls cruise by you again. This is Pen 1 Black Angus Summer 2s. And out they go. Again, admire the thickness and stoutness from the rear end of those bulls as they walk out. Okay, now this one's supposed to be in the video, but it's a cold day and Pat brought us all Tim Hortons, so how about that? Now I gotta go get a Tim Hortons for the cameraman, so hopefully I'll get out of the way here in time. Yeah, and I've ridden my oldest horse today because he'll stand still when I'm talking, and that makes my life easier. So anyway, here is Black Angus Summer 2s Pen 2. Not a lot different than Pen 1. There's about 4 or 5 pens of these on the ranch. We're going to show you a couple of them today, and there's more that look just the same. Again, birth weights on our Angus bulls, very moderate, 70 to 80 pounds on most of them. The biggest bull would be just touching over 90. Lots of good bulls here to breed heifers for sure. We can put together, big packages of heifer bulls if you need them. And they're heifer bulls that aren't frail little guys. They're heifer bulls that got some body and girth to them and still got birth weights in the 70s. And I've long believed you don't have to give up that much ground to get calving-ease if you use the right genetics. And these bulls sure are that kind of right genetics. So we'll let them break trail through the snowbank here, and Ross's horse and my horse are getting kind of tired pushing these bulls through the snow all morning, but we're a little tired. The bulls are a little tired. They're not walking quite as free, but they are giving you an opportunity to see the kind of bulls they are. I mean, they're just broad-topped, girthy, thick, convenience bulls that will go out and do a job.
I want to spend a minute just to talk about how our bulls are developed, because ours are a little different. We develop bulls a little different than most folks. We calve our cows from mid-May till the first week in July. All our calving is done on grass with minimal attention. No calving barns or cameras here. So the bulls are born, they get tagged and weighed, and we ride them once a day. Come to fall, the bulls are weaned in November. Those bulls are weaned and wintered in big groups on a silage-based ration. And by spring, the bulls are well grown out, but they're not fleshy. They're just in perfect condition to take advantage of our grass. At that point, we sort them into groups of 30 to 50 bulls, and those are the groups they'll be with right through till sale time. The bulls are then moved in late May or early June to our management-intensive grazing paddocks, where those bulls are moved every other day all summer long. The bulls get fresh grass every other day. The pasture then is good all summer. Those bulls can gain weight really well, and they get quite accustomed to men on foot, moving them every day. We supply our water with solar systems or surface piped fresh water. As the summer progresses, the bulls are supplemented with a low-energy, high-protein pellet, which is made to our specifications. It's built out of pea and lentil hulls. It's got a mineral vitamin pack in it. It's just to help develop these bulls and bring them along properly. The nutrient constituent of that pellet is about like good alfalfa hay. So when fall comes and the surface water freezes in late October, we bring the bulls to our bull lots, and the bulls then go on what we call our TMR ration, which is a total mixed ration based on silage. And the great advantage of that ration is that every mouthful that the bull takes, he gets the right blend of all the nutrients he needs. He can't just binge on grain and not eat enough roughage. So it is the perfect way to raise these bulls. We don't feed any barley or coarse grain. Even in our TMR ration, our bulls are on our bull development pellet. We believe these summer-born bulls are just the ideal age, and we develop these bulls to maintain their soundness and longevity over time. All our rations and protocols have been developed over years of experience to bring you the most durable bulls possible.
Okay, and now we're going to take a quick look at the breed that started it all for me. My dad started in Hereford cattle in 1951, back when everyone raised Herefords. And you know, in 51, they didn't look a lot different than this. Our Herefords are different. They're lower set, they're thicker than most Hereford bulls you'll find, and we've made a real conscious effort to make Herefords that fit the crossbreeding schemes of the country. We want them smaller framed, we want them moderate, we want the hair coat, the thriftiness, and the moderation, because they're designed to cross on other breeds to make those great Hereford cross cattle that were one time the foundation of the whole industry. And I tell people Herefords are the new crossing cattle because there's so little Hereford influence left that they work really, really well. You can see these bulls have thickness and girthiness and hair. We have always kept
our horn genetics in our Hereford cattle. We just like the type of cattle that our horn cattle are. They're girthy, thick, beefy, deep. They don't have fineness and frailness to them like some others do. So we're gonna try and move these guys around, and let you these old Hereford bulls are kind of tired. They came a long way up the alleyway this morning to get here, so I'll stop and let you look. Our Herefords, we've got a lot of eye pigment in them. Not some big red-eyed bulls, but almost all the bulls, as you can see from this, have red eye pigment, which is important in the Hereford side. You don't find many bulls here that are straight white-eyed bulls. We try to select for that. We don't produce a lot of Hereford bulls to sell anymore because so many of our Herefords get used in our H2 production, which we're going to look at here right away. We'll let these old Hereford bulls take their time leaving. They don't get in a rush to do much anyway, Herefords. So. Okay, so now we get to look at the other part of our red white-faced program. I jokingly say these are improved Herefords. These are H2 bulls produced out of our Hereford cows and some H2 production cows, and they are half and half Hereford and Gelbvieh Simmental bulls. When we started these bulls probably 20 years ago, a lot of people used them to maintain the Hereford Simmental influence in their cow herds, and a lot of customers still do. But increasingly, people are putting these bulls on their black and red Baldie and black and red cows to get Baldies with just a little bit more snap, vigor, and muscle. And you'll see as we move these bulls around that, they're much like a Hereford, but they have a little more muscle, maybe a little more hair. The daughters will have a little more milk. You get the daughters of these bulls out there, they're quarter bloods, and they're going to do a really, really strong job for you. We use the best Fleck Simmental bulls money can buy. We're starting to incorporate some polled Gelbvieh into here now, so that some of these bulls are polled. And you can see as they go by, they just have that little bit more muscle and power to them than the straight British cattle. Again, they're part of our hybrid success story here. We use, almost all our Hereford cows in this department because it's, this is our objective. We want to produce lots and lots of really good hybrid bulls. It is not a byproduct for us. This is one of our main objectives. And you can see these bulls all have quite a lot of pigment. Some are big red-eyed bulls, but for the most part, they're just powerful, thick, meaty beef bulls that'll go out, do a job, do everything the Hereford will, and maybe a little more. Oh, and now we got two bay horses chasing the bulls out. That's Allie helping us out here. Okay, so now we're into our Guppies bulls. We're going to show you two pens of these Guppies bulls. Again, these are a favorite of mine. We started them 25 years ago to be a third option for our customers' crossing programs. Love the things the Gelbvieh brought to the table. They are the continental breed with the best documented fertility and maternal traits. We've tried to make our Guppies bulls with hair and thickness and moderation in birth weight. The Angus makes them all polled. If these guys will just slow up a little, we'll have a better look at them. A lot of customers love these Gelbvieh on the cow side. They will use the Gelbvieh to create some replacement females. These bulls are uniform. The industry North America wide now calls these bulls balancers. I tell people we've been making them for 25 years and we still call them Super Guppies. Kind of a comical name, but people remember it. So these guys are going to stand and let us have a look at them here. Again, admire the uniformity. These bulls, that's, people will say, oh, hybrid bulls, they're not uniform. Well, we've looked at a couple hundred of them here, and I'm sure you're going to see that they're pretty damn uniform, I think, and bull after bull, they look the same. They've got as much uniformity as the British breed cattle do. I'm going to let these bulls go around one more time, and then we'll get to the second pen of these Super Guppy bulls. Okay, here's Super Guppy Bulls Pen 2 again, and we've got a few black bulls in here. We always produce a handful of black Guppy bulls. Not as big a project for us, but we always put some black bulls in there in this program. Sometimes there's some of the best ones. The high seller last year was a black bull. So we're gonna swing these bulls around. Gotta admire the performance in these bulls. You know, these bulls realistically will do everything that our semi-cross red Super Baldie bulls will, but they're often much cheaper. Like, you can usually buy them $1,000 under what the Super Baldie Simmental hybrid bulls will bring in. These bulls, for my money, will do the job. We're gonna come out of the snow and look at us here. Again, moderation in birth weight. These bulls are not big. You know, the big bulls just over 90. Most of the bulls in the 80-pound range, and still, you know, getting way up here, 1750 now. Again, these bulls are May, June born, so not old 2-year-olds. Got the Gelbvieh attributes of carcass and hair and Gelbvieh maternal qualities, coupled with Angus convenience. So there's Pen 2 Super Guppies, red and black.
So our sale is old school. Every bull goes through the ring. You know, I tell folks, if you spent the last number of years squinting at a video screen trying to figure out what that bull really looks like, then it's time to come to a real bull sale and watch them all march through the ring live. We'll move at a pace of about 45 to 50 seconds a bull all day. So if it's on your bucket list, you should come.
Okay, and now we get to look at the white division of the program, getting to be around 200 Charolais cows on the ranch now, so gives us the opportunity to produce more bulls and more uniform bulls, and we're gonna let these guys come in here. And this is Pen 1. They're a little on the younger end of the bulls, but really some thick, powerful bulls here. And the one thing I think you will notice looking at these bulls is, for 2-year-old Charolais bulls, these bulls all have a hair coat. And hair coat is so important when you're selling your feeder calves. Very hard to go many places and find 2-year-old bulls that have hair coats like these bulls have. You know, that coupled with moderation and uniformity and birth weights that are in the comfort zone, and all the things that make Charolais easier to use. And you know, the Charcross advantage is something, you know, so many people need to capture now. We're gonna let these bulls go by you here and let you look at how, you know, how meaty and thick and a bit lower set than some Charolais. All May, June born 2-year-olds, not picked over, not the good ones sold already. Lots of Charolais sales you go to, they will sell some 2-year-olds, but they're damn sure the ones that didn't sell last year. So here you get the whole crop to look at and the whole crop to buy. And the important thing is, you will buy these bulls for not a lot more money than the yearlings will cost you in the spring. And these bulls will breed fully 25% more cows. Got a few good bulls with some tan color to them. It's not something that we really strive for, but we always get a few of them, and they always sell very well. So that's Pen 1, Charolais 2-year-old bulls, and just admire the beefiness and the thickness and the moderation as those bulls leave. Okay, we're into pen 2 of these Charolais bulls. And I come right at us here, and I'll give them a chance to slow down and have a good look at them. Again, just like pen 1, you know, our Charolais are uniform and getting more uniform every year as we put more and more daughters into the program. The Charolais program's only about 8 or 9 years old on the ranch here, where we've actually produced all our own. We at one time did have a cooperator program, but we abandoned that in favor of producing our own, where we're in total control of the genetics and we're in total control of the management, and it just works better for our customers. So we'll let these power bulls walk around, let you look at them. They are some exciting, powerful bulls here. You know, we think probably the most uniform set we've ever sold. Most all are polled, still a handful of horn bulls, but we try to use all homozygous polled sires if we can. Still got a few powerful horn bulls in the lot, and they're sometimes the more powerful bulls, and we actually have some customers that'll source them. They're putting them on Angus cows, doesn't matter a lick anyway, so yeah, just let them go by you, and out they go. Pen 2 Charolais Summer 2s, born in May and June and looking this powerful now. Okay, and here's something new. These are our new C2 bulls. These bulls are produced out of Charolais heifers and by really powerful Red Angus bulls with moderation in birth weight. We think this is a hybrid bull that probably has a place in the industry. We get lots of customers wanting tan bulls, and this is one way where we can get there. And also these bulls, you know, got tons of hair, tons of convenience, really moderate birth weights, and you know, they're just damn good beef bulls, and we think they'll find a place. We think they'll find a place in the industry. We only have a handful of them this year, but there's more in the pipeline for next year as we develop this program a little more. We want the real moderation. Like a lot of these bulls are 70 pounders, 80 pounders, and just got a little more Angus convenience, but still going to get some Charolais influence out of them. And so that's our small group of C2 summer 2-year-olds.
You know, the older I get, the less time I have for hollow politicians, but finally in this country, looks like we're going to get things sorted out and return to a government with a lot more common sense. It's been a rough, dark 9 years under Mr. Trudeau and his band of incompetence, but finally I think we're going to come out the other side of it, where free enterprise and clear-thinking people will be running the show again. I often think having Mr. Trudeau and his friends running things is like having your high school students' council trying to run your bloody country. So all across the world, I think people have had their belly full of leftist, woke, bloated governments. In this country, we've got a third more civil servants than we had 9 years ago, and we get worse service everywhere. Hard to believe. If any of us ran our businesses like that, we would be out of business. So that concludes our look at our 25 bull sale offering. Hope you've enjoyed the opportunity. We've enjoyed bringing them to you. So just like to invite everyone to attend or participate in our big bull sale, January the 25th. Remember, if the weather gets bad, it's all in heated indoor comfort. You can look at the bulls in your shirt sleeves. So January the 25th, love to have you there. If not, you can always talk to me through our Sight Unseen program. We'll love to work with you that way as well. So thanks again, and we'll see you at the bull sale.